All right, good morning, guys. Or no, it is afternoon. It's about 1 in the afternoon. I just woke up and listen, when I got home at 6 a.m., I really had every intention of staying up and going out for a run while it was still dark, while it was nice and cool. But when it came down to it, when I got home, you know, my bed was just like a black hole sucking me right in. I was powerless against it. So got a solid 5.5 hours sleep, and now I am ready to go out for this run. It is 77 degrees Fahrenheit or 25 degrees Celsius. A beautiful day, bit cooler than last week when I ran. Remember I said it was 85? Oh, that's a bit hot, but the sun is shining, so we got that radiant heat. Okay, today I'm going to tell you about some drone stuff that I did. Going to tell you about some changes with my gym and how I'm going to be approaching my fitness moving forward. And we're going to talk about running more during the times of coronavirus. So let me ask you right off the bat, have you run more during coronavirus? Have you increased your mileage that you run each day, or have you added more days? Let me know in the comments below. Let's get this run going and we will be right back. About 3 miles into my run, and I just wanted to stop and tell you guys the weather is the most beautiful I've seen it in a long time. It's nice and cool. Now I know some of you are rolling your eyes. 77 Fahrenheit or 25 Celsius is not cool, but the humidity is so low. So I just want to tell you about an observation I've made, and my wife Harmony, I think she doesn't agree with me, but when it's cool like this and the humidity is low, the air is so clear and things are so much more crisp and beautiful. And in the middle of summer here, when it's 100% humidity, everything just seems to be a bit foggy. So let me know if you guys notice that. Have you guys noticed that when the humidity is low, that things are just crisp and you just notice? I don't even know what I'm trying to say. Like, it seems like I can see each and every leaf on a tree and the detail is just perfect. But then when it's humid, everything just seems a bit blur and foggy and a bit hazy, like when your glasses are dirty and you have to clean them off. Any alligators down here? No. Anyway, just an observation. Back to the run. All right, guys. Great run, great run. Hey, the temperature only went up 2 degrees Fahrenheit, so up to 79 Fahrenheit or 26.11 Celsius. 8.3 miles or 13.58 kilometers at an average pace of 8:16 a mile or 5:08 a kilometer. All right, let's get inside and talk. What? The Spanish moss is blowing all over the camera. Let's get inside, talk about something else. Okay, my friends, I've mentioned this for a couple of episodes now, but I wanted to tell you about my drone. So, I was out with my buddy Pat the other day. We were flying the drones, and this was like a professional endeavor. We were actually training with our drones. And so this is my guy right here. I was flying him, and all of a sudden, my wife called. Now, if you don't fly a drone using your phone, I'm just going to tell you how it actually works. But this is the controller. That's the controller. And to access the camera, you open the app and you plug your phone in, and then the camera view comes through on the screen. So I'm flying like this. My wife calls, and I answer the phone. Boop. Hello. And the drone at this time is just hovering in the air. So I wrap up the phone call, I try and bring the drone back, and I hear this whoop, 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 whoop. Okay, because I'm like, what is that noise? What's happening? So here's what happened. Now the camera wasn't running, so I don't have any epic crash footage for you, but apparently there was an antenna on top of a building, and somehow when I picked up the phone, I guess my head hit one of the control sticks, and it must have hit the antenna. How do I know? Well, let me show you right here. Let's focus on this. So we can see this is actually cracked. There's a little bit of paint transfer right here. Can you see that? A little bit of paint transfer, and that whop, whop, whop that I heard, this was slightly bent up and the propeller was hitting the arm. So listen, I crashed my drone. That's what I've been trying to say. So instead of sending it back to the manufacturer or to some drone repair shop, I'm actually going to try and fix it myself. So I have ordered a new leg and I'm going to see what I can do. It's pretty complicated. Like, I've got to get inside and mess around with the guts and do some soldering, which is something I haven't done in years. And I don't know, I think I've only played around with it. I have the confidence of someone that doesn't know what they're doing or how difficult this task is going to be, but I'm going to give it a try. Okay. Next. All right, listen, I know I've been telling you that I am going to tell you about my gym and what I'm doing, and I'm going to save that till the next episode. So you're watching this on Friday, next episode will be out on Monday, and I'm going to give you a rundown of what I'm actually doing with my gym membership, because things change, right? The whole coronavirus thing, and I'm going to try and move this up just a little. There we go. Okay, so the whole coronavirus thing has changed a lot, and you know what? Forget it. Forget I'm saying anything. I'm going to tell you about it on Monday, so make sure you watch that video. Subscribe if you're not already. Okay, now I want to tell you about a question that I asked on Facebook. Now listen, I'm not a big fan of Facebook. All right, I don't generally go on Facebook. It's not my social media of choice. But hey, you know what? Now would be a great time. I actually do have a Facebook page for this channel, so I'm going to put it down here. Matt Bertram Media. Go ahead and go to Facebook and join. But back to the story. Yeah, I'm not a fan of Facebook, but listen, you can't deny the number of people that are on there. And if you want to do some research, if you want to crowdsource information, it's a great place for that. So, in preparation for this video, I put out a couple of questions on Facebook, and I asked, has the lockdown motivated you to start running? If you already run, has it motivated you to run more? Okay, and I got 245 responses, which is pretty good, right? That's a pretty good cross-section of society. Now, this isn't science. I realize that only runners are going to be looking at the running forums that I asked this question on, but you know, whatever. This is, I'm going to give you some valuable numbers from our running community. This is good. So out of the 245 people that responded, 68%. So a vast majority said that the lockdown, coronavirus, has encouraged them to run more. It might not always be encouraging them or motivating them to run more, but we can't deny that a lot of people have more time on their hands. And with that time, they have been running more. So, I don't know, is that a silver lining? I'd say that's a silver lining to coronavirus. 6% of people, all right, a very small number, said that they have been running the same, and you know what, that's great, right? That is really good because consistency is key, and if you're just running the same, then good for you. Now, what I really found interesting, I got the answer I wanted. I really wanted the results to show that people run more, but 26% of respondents actually run less than they did before the lockdown or before coronavirus. The people that responded that they actually run less, the majority of them, they're actually working more. So, you know, we've got a lot of unemployment, but a lot of people are essential workers and they are working more than they did before. But there was a few people that said they're running less because there are no races. So they are motivated by races, and because all the races have been cancelled or postponed, they don't have the motivation to run. I don't like running being tied to races. But that's just me. You know, to each their own. 2 countries, South Africa and Argentina. They are on total lockdown where they can't leave their house. So I found this is a legitimate reason for running less. They cannot leave their house, and I feel for those people because they are stuck in their living room. So if you are on total lockdown where you can't leave your house, listen, tune in, subscribe to this channel. We will keep you motivated through these dark times when you can't leave your house, and keep your head up because things are going to turn around, and I don't think they're ever going to be back to normal. I don't think they're going to be where we were before, but you will be out running again. Stay positive and you will get back to it. Several people said that they are running less because of injury. So, I didn't really dig into this. I don't know if they got an injury because they were running more, or perhaps they just got injured before the lockdown, so they're taking this time off. This one, let me change locations. Okay, how's that? It's important to mix things up to keep you guys interested. So this last one, of the 26% of respondents that say they're running less, several of them said it's because they don't have their running group to run with. So if you are used to running with a group and you get your motivation, you get your encouragement from that group, this is totally understandable, isn't it? Like, if we don't have our group to run with, why would we get out there? I don't really struggle with that. I prefer to run on my own, but I can totally understand where this is coming from. So guys, I want to know. The obvious question for this week's video is, are you running more because of the coronavirus, because of the extra time, because of the lockdown? You know what I'm trying to say. I just want to know if you're running more during this difficult time. Please write in the comments below. I respond to each and every comment. Guys, in a couple days, we're going to be talking about the changes I'm going to be making. Oh, hey, I've spoken about this so much that I'm kind of nervous what you guys are going to think, because it's a little different. It's a little different than what I've been doing. Well, actually, it's not that different, but I'm just changing things up. I don't want to give anything away. I can't stop talking. Guys, that's it for now. Be kind, be happy, run well, and I'll see you in a couple days.